Manny found me after my set on the Giggle Lounge's second stage, the smaller one where they dumped the newbies and terminally unfunny. I was working on new material, but nobody in the audience laughed until I made jokes about traffic. When all else fails, you can always joke about traffic, and Angelinos will at least give you a chuckle. Even the hipsters from Silver Lake who work from home and travel around on electric scooters. "You really bombed," Manny said. He had followed me from the stage to the far end of the bar, where he cornered me against the wall. One of his classic moves, allowing him to use his massive girth to its most intimidating effect. "They pay you for that?" "They pay me in alcohol," I said, shoving a free drink ticket at the bartender, who retaliated with a watered-down rum and coke. "Why are you here, Manny? You finally develop a sense of humor?" "I got a sense of humor. I hired you, remember?" He jabbed a finger at my neon orange Hawaiian shirt. "I also remember when you, the great Dash Fuller, the terror of paparazzi everywhere, used to wear lovely suits instead of that abomination." "Helps me blend with this crowd," I said, noting how Manny's two-piece Tom Ford suit was impeccable as usual, but his dress shirt was wrinkled around the collar. Given his intense dedication to always looking faultless, "My image is the job," he liked to say. It was a startling flaw. Something big was distracting him. "Maybe it's time for you to unleash the bespoke," he said. "I have an urgent quest for you." "I quit, remember? I'd rather dunk my head in a barrel of fire ants." "Oh, stop being dramatic. We need someone who's not on the payroll. The scumbags are all over this one." "Not interested," I said, draining the drink. On stage, a shaggy dude in a Scooby-Doo t-shirt launched into his first joke of the night, about the ghost of Marlon Brando watching a Marvel movie. He was unfunny enough to make me feel better about my own performance. "Yeah, like your stand-up career is going so well," Manny snorted. "Come on, we both know you could use the cash, and you won't have to hurt anyone this time, promise." I considered it. It was 5 days until the end of the month, and I was down to a couple $100s in my bank account. I had originally planned to re-download the usual gig apps and spend 15 hours a day delivering food and driving people around until I could cover my rent. I preferred gigging for Zoom Food, a local app that paid a great rate, but forced its drivers to wear a purple vest and baseball cap stamped with its yellow Z logo, a humiliating costume I kept wadded in the corner of my car trunk. A job with Manny could spare me that exhausting fate. I didn't want to tip my toe back into his swamp, but I didn't want to end up on Skid Row either. "Half in advance," I said, already hating myself. "And if I don't like where the job is going, I'm keeping the cash and walking away. Can you live with that?" Manny nodded. "It'll have to do. I'm not explaining the job here. Come outside with me." "Why? It's 100 degrees out." "More like 80. Don't tell me you've gone soft like all these twits in here." "Careful," I said, gesturing for him to lead the way to the doors. "They're very sensitive." We exited the Giggle Lounge. The air smelled faintly of smoke and the night sky had an orange tint. There was a fire in the rolling hills near the Getty Center, 300 acres burned and counting, powered by the Santa Ana winds. As we stepped beyond the club's bubble of air conditioning, the heat was like a feverish hand over my face. Manny's blue Mercedes SUV sat at the far end of the parking lot. He unlocked it to disable the alarm before leaning against the driver's side door and pulling a vape from his suit pocket and sucking on it. "I get the comedy thing. It's the girls, right?" he said, blowing a cloud of apple-scented vapor. "You're still relatively young. You can score those hipster chicks. Whew, they're fit from all that Pilates. They'll do anything to show their marriage material. It's gotta be that. It's sure as hell not the money. How much does an average comedian make? $1.90? Instead of exposing me to your grodious fantasies, I said, how about you tell me what the wonderful world of Hollywood PR needs tonight?